Good evening. The promise of peace between Afghanistan and Pakistan has faded once again. After weeks of cautious optimism, tensions along the border have flared, with the latest round of peace talks in Istanbul ending without progress. Despite mediation by Turkey and Qatar and a fragile ceasefire still technically in place, both sides remain divided over responsibility for cross-border attacks and security failures. So tonight we ask, what really went wrong, and is the fragile truce already beginning to crack? Welcome to Think Tank.
Our world is becoming unhinged.
Thanks for being with us tonight. Efforts to ease border tensions between Afghanistan and Pakistan have once again hit a dead end, with the latest round of Istanbul talks, mediated by Turkey and Qatar, ending without tangible progress. According to the news outlet First Post, the discussions were intended to reinforce a fragile ceasefire and pave the way for lasting de-escalation, following a surge in deadly clashes along the frontier in October that left dozens of soldiers and civilians dead on both sides. Although the ceasefire reduced large-scale fighting, tensions remained high, with both governments trading accusations of provocation and cross-border aggression. Even as negotiations took place in Istanbul, sporadic violence continued. First Post reported that Afghan officials said 4 civilians were killed and several others injured in recent cross-border shelling, incidents that further eroded trust between the two sides and contributed to the talks' collapse. For now, the ceasefire technically remains in effect, but the absence of meaningful dialogue has raised concerns that renewed conflict could erupt at any time. According to modern diplomacy, the failure of the latest peace talks between Afghanistan and Pakistan was attributed to Pakistan's demand that Afghanistan take responsibility for its internal security, an expectation the Taliban deemed unrealistic. Nevertheless, Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid stated that the ceasefire between the two countries remains intact. Meanwhile, Pakistan's defense minister reiterated that the ceasefire would continue unless Pakistan were attacked from across the border, even though the talks aimed at preventing further clashes ended without success. Now, for more on this, we are joined from Islamabad by Iftikhar Mashwani, Editor-in-Chief of World Tribune Pakistan, and from Cairo by Saeed Makawi, an Asian affairs expert. Thank you very much, both of you, for being here with us. We'll start with you, Dr. Saeed. In your view, what was the main reason the Istanbul talks between Afghanistan and Pakistan failed to produce any breakthrough?
Good evening. Thanks for hosting me. I was not surprised that this last round didn't succeed. Also, the previous round didn't succeed. And this is logical because the relations between Afghanistan and Pakistan is very complicated. It is not easy relations since the independence of Pakistan in 1947. Afghanistan refused to recognize the borders of Pakistan, and we are referring here to the borders between Afghanistan and Pakistan, which is called the Durand Line. Because this Durand Line, which was drawn by Sir Durand during colonial rule of India, divided Pashtun tribes and villages between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Here we have a disagreement about borders we have again what we call it Pashtun nationalism. Moreover, the TTP or Tehrik Taliban Pakistan added to the Pashtun nationalism religious cover. The issue became complicated. This TTP and other radical nationalists inside Afghanistan, they are aspiring for independent state for Pashtunistan inside Pakistan, which means they will take two big provinces from Pakistan, which is Khyber Pakhtun and also Baluchistan, which approximately about 40 to 45 of the size of Pakistan. This is a radical threat for the national security of Pakistan. This is one issue. The other issue is that the attacks of TTP increased since Taliban Afghanistan took over power in Afghanistan in 2021. The attacks of TTP in Pakistan was about 100 attacks per year. Right now, it is more than 500 attacks. Last year was about 600 attacks, which led to casualties more than 2,500 people, civilians and military inside Pakistan. And it seems that Pakistan fed up of this situation and abandoned the policy of containment of TTP. And they want now to hold the government of Kabul responsible for any attacks inside Pakistan coming from the soil of Afghanistan.
Okay, well, let me bring you in, Mr. Iftikhar Mashwani. What's your view? Were the negotiations hindered, do you think, more by political mistrust, security concerns, or perhaps there were unrealistic expectations from either side?
Yeah, thank you very much. There are many reasons, there are many issues, but the political mistrust and the security concern and the unrealistic expectations from the both sides are the main reason. But I told you one thing, that the mother of the reason is Indian presence in Afghanistan complicated this negotiation. And as you know, that India want to misuse Afghan soil against Pakistan for a proxies. So as you know that our Pakistani defense minister accused Afghanistan of lacking seriousness, while the Taliban blame Pakistan for being irresponsible and shifting blame for its security issues. But here is Pakistan demand is very clear because from Afghan side is misusing against Pakistan as TTP militants operating from Afghan side, and they create a law and order situation, and they kill the innocent people in Pakistan side. So Pakistan's demand is only that they wanted to written agreement, written guarantee to curb TTP militant operating from Afghan side. But Taliban are verbally they are committed, but they are not given any written guarantee or written agreement. No, they are avoiding written agreement. So that's why there are the main reason is that Taliban is not in the strong footing, because in Afghanistan, in Taliban regime, there are many groups, Kandahari group, Kabul group, and other there are many other groups. They are operating in Afghanistan. There are many terrorist groups operating in Afghanistan, but even in Taliban regime, there are 2-3 groups, and they are not one page regarding the Pakistan and Afghanistan negotiation or agreement. So there are many issues, because on the other side that Taliban are not able to deliver in Afghanistan. Their regime are very weak. They are not They are not able to deliver, and even the governance style of Taliban are very weak, and the economic policies of Taliban are very weak, and the people of Afghanistan fed up from Taliban. So there's Afghanistan, the Taliban regime creating tension with Pakistan to divert their public attention towards Pakistan border.
Okay, and Sayed Makawi, what does the failure of these talks reveal about the current state of Afghanistan-Pakistan relations, in your view? I'm going to come back to you, Iftikhar Mashwani, if we can. The same question to you. What do you think is the current situation when it comes to relations between Afghanistan and Pakistan?
The current situation are very tense situation, and as you know that the talks are there are a big deadlock between the talks negotiation between Pakistan and Afghanistan, and on the border the tension is still there. There is a ceasefire, but even then the tension is there. But the tension is there, and as our Pakistani defense minister said that if Taliban or any terrorist activities, if they will launch from one side. So after that, we will be at war with the Afghanistan. So that's why the situation is very tense.
And do you think there might be, if the situation isn't bettered at the moment, would Pakistan have some tactical plan to prevent any isolated flare-ups from reigniting full-scale conflict?
Yeah, Pakistan is trying to settle this issue with Afghanistan politically, because Pakistani stand from the day first is that the Afghan issue is the only solution of Afghan issue is talk, negotiation. War is not in the favor of anybody. So that's why Pakistan is focusing on talks. But from the other side, because there are after the May war, May 2025 war, last May war, 10 May war, the Indian are defeated from Pakistan, and Pakistan became a victorious. So India is creating all these tension in the region, and especially India want to pressurize Pakistan from the western border, and they are also engaging Pakistan from the eastern border. So that's why now the Taliban government, they are economically they are weak. They want to get economic relief or economic aid from India, and India is misusing. Again, I said that India is misusing Afghan soil against Pakistan. So Pakistan is still on the negotiation side, and still Pakistan is trying to engage Taliban in negotiation, but they are not serious in negotiation, and Pakistan condition is only one, that Pakistan wanted written guarantee to curb TTP militant operating from Afghan side. But their Afghan are not, Taliban are not agreeing to make a written agreement.
Okay, and I believe that we have Dr. Makawi back with us now, who we just lost for a moment. I was just asking Mr. Mashwani about the current state of relations between Afghanistan and Pakistan. What's your view?
The relation since 2022 is not good. It was expected that the relation will be flourished as it happened during the first era of Taliban rule of Afghanistan. But this time the relation is very bad due mainly to the attacks of TTP. But now the two countries have two options, either to go for dialogue and solve bilateral disputes peacefully through negotiation, or to allow this situation to turn into war, as Khawaja Asif, Pakistan's defense minister, has warned, because Pakistan is not able to bear this current situation more. I expect that this negotiation will resume again. Today, the Turkish President Erdogan says that Turkey will keep mediating between Afghanistan and Pakistan to solve differences between them, and also to secure permanent ceasefire and to secure peace between the two countries. For achieving this purpose, he decided to send the defense minister of Turkey, also the foreign minister of Turkey, as well as the chief of Turkish intelligence to Pakistan this week to negotiate with their counterpart in Pakistan to resume the negotiation between Afghanistan and Pakistan to find a solution, which definitely will not be easy. It will be difficult, but I don't think there is any other option but dialogue to solve these problems between Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Okay, and you mentioned there, Dr. Bakeri, the ceasefire. Despite the talks failing, both sides have said that the ceasefire remains in place. How fragile is this ceasefire?
It is not fragile because the two countries realize very well they cannot afford the price of going for war or allowing this tension to go on for long time. For Afghanistan, we know that Afghanistan is a locked country. They depend on Pakistan on the matter of trade because Pakistan has access to sea. All trade which Afghanistan on board should come through Pakistan. And also the issue of Afghani refugee inside Pakistan. There were more than 5 million Afghani refugees there. And now Pakistan are pushing them to go back to Afghanistan as a way to pressurize the government of Kabul. And Afghanistan is suffering from very chronic economic problems already, and they face a lot of troubles. Now they need economic help from outside world. They need also diplomatic and political recognition because the regime is not recognized, not even by Pakistan. Then the two countries understand that the only way to solve these problems is negotiations and diplomatic means, because the other option is very costly for both countries, and it will damage what we can call it very long historical relation and social relation between the people of Afghanistan and the people of Pakistan.
Okay, and Iftikhar Mashwani, is Pakistan committed wholly to maintaining this ceasefire, as said by Dr. Makawi?
Yeah, definitely. Pakistan is, as I said, that Pakistan priority number one is to solve this issue through negotiation. And Pakistan is committed with talks and with this war, this peace plan. So Pakistan is no doubt our foreign minister and our defense minister and our foreign office also said that we want to resolve this issue through dialogue. So that's why Pakistan is committed, and still the ceasefire is there, and Pakistan is honoring the ceasefire. And for the last many days, there is no tension, no cross-border crossfire from Pakistan side. Even yesterday, there was one terrorist act was in Pakistani side by the TTP. But even then, Pakistan didn't even respond across the border.
And just broadening out a little bit, Sayed Makawi, How significant are these renewed tensions when it comes to the regional stability in South and Central Asia?
No country in South Asia or Central Asia will gain out of a war between Afghanistan and Pakistan, nor also will gain any thing from war between India and Pakistan. The regional stability will serve all, and any conflict will harm all. China doesn't see any interest to see this conflict go on. China also is trying diplomatically to help the two countries to negotiate peacefully to find a solution. Russia also is interested. All the countries of Central Asia, which has borders with Afghanistan, like Uzbekistan or Tajikistan or Turkmenistan, they also have interest to see Afghanistan and Pakistan solving their disputes peacefully and diplomatically. No one will gain because if a war happened between Afghanistan and Pakistan, the flames of this war will reach to Central Asia, will reach to Kashmir, which will harm also India. And this is not good scenario for any country in South Asia or Central Asia.
And Iftikhar Mashwani, are there concrete steps that Pakistan are taking to prevent any further escalation or protect civilians?
Yeah, Pakistan is trying to engage the Taliban through talks, and Pakistan also in contact with the different Afghan political groups. There is one of the new alliance of Afghan political parties. And Pakistan also engaged with him, with these political alliance, a new political alliance in Afghanistan, and jihadi, some political leader and ex-jihadi leaders are also part of this alliance. And Pakistan is also engaging with these new political alliance. And on the other side, there are there are many groups in Taliban government. So Pakistan is also in contact with the Haqqani group. Haqqani group is one of the strong group in Afghan Taliban, and the Sirajuddin Haqqani, the chief of Haqqani group, he is the interior minister of Afghanistan. So he's no doubt Sirajuddin Haqqani is nowadays they are corner Sirajuddin Haqqani because Sirajuddin Haqqani want to stabilize the relation with Pakistan and decrease the border tension. So that's why Taliban extremist elements they corner the Haqqani. Even then, he's a interior minister, and but even then, Pakistan is involved with the different groups in Taliban and other political entities in Afghanistan. So Pakistan is priority. Once again, I said that Pakistan priority is to settle this issue through negotiation. And the main thing is that Pakistan and Afghanistan are close border and very close neighboring country. Our culture are same, our religion are same, and as you know that Afghanistan is a landlocked country, and the major trade of Afghanistan is via Pakistan. So for the last many weeks, it's closed, and all four bordering points are closed because of this tension. So Pakistan is on working on big channel diplomacy, and still the contact is going on. Even some sources said that yesterday, day before yesterday, one of Pakistani delegation visited Kabul, and this is not official visit. This is part of back channel diplomacy. So on the other side, Pakistan is also involving the friendly countries like Saudi Arabia. Turkey is playing very important role. Qatar is playing very important role. Even Russia and China is also playing their role. Iran also playing their role. But Taliban is under the influence of India, and they are, as I said, that the Taliban are dictated by the India, and India is using as a tool to destabilize this region, because Afghanistan is a very geostrategically or geopolitically, Afghanistan is a very important country for the region, and due to Afghanistan destabilization, the whole region is destabilized. Even Central Asian countries, Pakistan have a very good trade relation with Central Asian countries like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan. But due to Afghan destabilization, Pakistan are facing, and even Central Asian countries are facing
Okay, I'll interrupt you there because I just wanted to bring Saeed Makawi back in, and all that being said by Mr. Mashwani, and the fighting may be paused, but how difficult do incidents like the recent civilian deaths make the de-escalation process?
When you have a situation like this, you have tension on the borders between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Both countries brought their militaries to the borders, the heavy weapons, all kind of armies. They were preparing themselves to fall war. And therefore, this incident across the borders is expected and is common. But I'm asserting here there is a strong will in Kabul and in Islamabad to keep the ceasefire and not to break this ceasefire, and trying to solve other problems through negotiations. But these problems, as I mentioned before, is very difficult. You know, this difference and dispute between Afghanistan and Pakistan didn't start with TTP. TTP is just a new factor. In 1950, the tribes men of Afghanistan attacked Pakistan. Again, in 1960, they attacked Pakistan again. In 1961, some soldiers of Afghani army attacked Pakistan. All this happened because they don't recognize the borders. They don't recognize the Durand line. This is the focus of the dispute. The Durand line is not recognized by any government in Kabul since 1947. Moreover, after 1973, when the monarchy failed in Afghanistan, the new regime in Afghanistan started to support Pashtun and Baluch inside Pakistan, giving them armies, giving them money, giving them training, which make the problems between Pakistan and Afghanistan more difficult. The reaction of Pakistan for this situation is to support the jihadist groups inside Afghanistan against the secular regime in Kabul. And we saw in 80s and 70s this jihadi movement inside Afghanistan, which toppled the communist regime there. And after this, some jihadis ruled Kabul, and again conflict between Taliban and the jihadi groups, and it goes on. But the problem between Afghanistan and Pakistan is mainly about recognizing borders, which was left by colonial power. In our case, it is British. Afghanistan refused to recognize these borders. And these borders, colonial borders, are recognized everywhere. If any country will challenge these colonial borders, we'll see war everywhere. And the last one was between Cambodia and Thailand, about also borders which were grown by French. There is no other way but only diplomatic solution and negotiations. Otherwise, the war will affect all. The people of Pakistan and the people of Afghanistan will pay heavy price. But even war will not solve the problem. This problem need diplomats and need security people to find solution, to invent solution, and try to reach peace between the two people.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed, both of you gentlemen. You've really helped us and enlightened us on a situation which has been slightly overlooked with other world events in recent times. But thank you very much indeed. Saeed Makawi, Asian Affairs expert, and also Iftikhar Mashwani, who is the editor-in-chief of World Tribune Pakistan. Thank you very much for both of you joining me. Now, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Think Tank, where we always try to unveil the complexities of our ever-changing world. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates here on Q News.